music trivia, 3 rounds in store. It's head to head, who's going to war? Are you ready to settle the score? I said, are you ready to settle the score?
Hey, welcome to another week of Settle the Score. I'm your host, Matt Knost, joined as always by the musical director, Mr. Andy Merryweather. How are you, buddy?
I'm good, Matt. Barely hanging on.
I am doing so much better than yesterday, and so much better than the day before that when we were supposed to last record.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't see.
Oof, mate.
That's just there was so much pressure in my head, my eyes would just dance around. So unless it was literally inches from my face, I was just squinting to try and see anything that was like longer than 6 inches from my face. And it's like, I can't do this. Can I do the show with my eyes closed the whole time? How the fuck am I supposed to be able to read the clues? Guys, I can't do this.
Yeah.
And then I texted you and I was like, you want to just get another host? And you're like, this is last minute. That doesn't seem like a good idea. It's like, probably not. But...
No, I mean, you're doing yourself a disservice. It was my thought was no, just in general. But Anna, my wife, was like, Matt is the glue that holds the show together. It can't be anyone other than Matt. So, I mean, she may have just wanted to like have me help with the kids. but
considering the next sentence that was out of her mouth, I believe that's the case.
Oh yeah, no, she was grateful that I had the night off. Yeah, but yeah, I'm glad it seems like you're on the recovery arc,
slowly but surely.
Yeah, but I mean, one episode in 199 that you're the paler one of the two of us, which is I feel like that's a win considering our weather and your weather. I'll take it.
Yeah, not bad. I will probably have to mute on occasion and lean off screen to cough like a madman, but hopefully it doesn't happen too many times over the course of the show.
Yeah. Okay. Let's should we crack on before you
Yeah.
Oh, I do have one correction. I feel like Seth Meyers a little bit, but last episode I credited Erik, who is sat backstage right now, with a clue for City Slickers Saddle Eyes This, and it was actually Drew Gozinski.
Yes.
Yeah, it was an excellent clue. Obviously, I used it for the lifeline clue, but for some reason, I had written down Erik, so it wasn't even a blunder in the moment. It was a blunder hours before when I was writing up the clues. So apologies, Drew. It was an excellent clue, and you deserve the credit for it. Erik gets enough, doesn't he? He gets enough.
He does. Well, speaking of which, so we reached out to Erik because he is one of our patrons that knows classic movies just about as well, better than I do for sure, and I would imagine he's on par with you. And we said, hey, would you help us put this show together? And he was like, no problem. And within 20 seconds, he had, I'm not kidding, it was fucking so quick. He was like, boom, here's a show. And we were like, holy shit, man. So let's bring him in. The man who really put this entire thing together. Please help us welcome to the show, Mr. Erik Grebner. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. Trying to get prepared for the holiday season by slowly losing my money. So next month I might not be able to afford the Patreon for that. Cool. It might be on the dollar, what have you. Nice to be here tier. So my pockets are somewhat shallow at the moment, or shallower.
Yeah.
Wow. Listen, your support over the years has been tremendous. So if that is the case, so be it, man. Don't worry about it. We appreciate it. But more so, your fucking work on the show was stellar, to say the very least. So thank you so much for that.
Well, I had a few of these lined up. I did, full disclosure, Andy kind of approached me about possibly doing a show at some point. So it just became about kind of going back and adding in some more films that we could potentially pull from that. So it was fairly simple. As far as the clue from last week, I think I'm going to more than make up for it here because I think most of the clues I've been asked so far were mine. So
I think they're all going to be yours.
Yeah, I think they're all yours.
They're all mine. Yeah. So I will have plenty of clues on this show to make up for the one that I was false credited last week. And very fair enough. I went into our chat and said, no, that wasn't me. That was
you pointed it out. Yeah, I wouldn't have even thought about it. Yeah, it's a fair play.
Well, I'm sitting here working, listening. I'm like, oh, clue from Erik Grebner. I perk up. Hey, Is it about to be mine? Wait, I didn't give that one.
Oh, look, that's better than most every other person I see and be like, I don't even remember writing that. Be like, that
That's-
would be me. So the fact that you actually remembered, I didn't ever write that.
Yeah.
And so usually I hear the clue in the song. I'm like, I still don't know what film this is, and it's my clue. And I
Right.
don't know what I gave this for. So,
Yeah.
but that one just stuck out because I'm like, because I thought it was as good of a clue as Andy thought it was. I'm like, well, that's the obvious one to use. So,
Yeah. Yeah. It is. I guess it is the amount of clues you guys give. I'm not surprised that it doesn't sort of stick.
Yeah.
But no, I appreciate you raising that and giving Drew his credit. Well deserved clue. I assume is that a fake background you've got there? Because
no, this is actually my piano and my fireplace. No, I'm in my office at the moment, so and my boss is aware I'm on a podcast. It's not like I'm stealing.
No. Him, Sam Levine, and Freddie Lockhart all live at the same house. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So there you go.
So, but yeah, it just I'm not entirely comfortable with my wreck of an office behind me, with papers piled up and files and everything else. So, but yeah, it works. It's either this or the mass blur, in the background where I'm apparently in a giant amoeba broadcasting. So
yeah.
All right, sir. Well, we are going to drop you into the backstage area. And if we ever need any kind of help, whatever that may be, we will call on you. Hopefully, we won't be distracting you from work. So your boss doesn't get upset that you're doing this right in the middle of work. So tell them we said thank you. But thank you so much for putting this show together. It's fantastic, and we're excited to have the two guests we have on today for it.
Well, hopefully, it doesn't get terribly hard. I've apparently found out earlier I'm a horrible judge of what is easy. So we'll see.
Just in one small aspect. Just in one small of the overall scope of the show. That's all I'm saying. And terrible's mischaracterization, I think.
Yeah.
But if I ever do need someone to help me write hard trivia questions, I know who to turn to. That's all I'm saying. But all right, thank you so much, man. And we'll more than likely talk to you at some point again on the show.
Okay.
All right. Cheers, Erik. Okay.
All right. We have a classic show today, and we're bringing back two guests that we've had previously from It's a Wonderful Podcast. So please help us welcome back a returning guest, Mr. Morgan Robinson. First up, how are you, sir?
Hello, I'm good. Yes, thank you. Thanks for having us both back, and certainly thanks for having me back. I will also thank Erik now for coming up with this show, because I feel like if it's way too hard, I won't want to thank him at the end, and I will instead be very upset. So I will take this opportunity to do that now. But no, I'm super excited to be back, celebrating more old movies and great old movie music. Who doesn't love that?
Perfect. Morgan, speaking of backgrounds, that is the most perfect framing. Like the bookshelf.
I love it, right?
It's unbelievable that you've done that.
It's great.
It's
but,
like I haven't seen such symmetry on StreamYards ever. So
both Cary Grant, Katharine Hepburn looking into the frame right at me. All the movies everywhere.
Perfect. It's perfect.
I love it. Maybe I'm a symmetry obsessor. But, I like the fact that my head just fits perfectly in that little gap.
Yeah.
And who knows when it will change, but well, it will at some point, but that will be a sad day.
Yeah. Well, pressure's on your opponent to upkeep the symmetry. Here we go. Let's see.
Well, I think between that, the classic stars over your shoulders, the turtleneck, dark rim glasses, low light. I feel like you're the guy that's in charge of what gets on Criterion and what doesn't.
Yeah.
Like,
I would love to be in charge of that. That is my dream job, Matt.
Yeah.
You look like you're, about to give a TEDx talk. And you're like, what the fuck? Who is this guy? And you just believe it because of the turtleneck. And you're like, oh, I don't know, Steve Jobs aficionado here.
Oh, You are literally you're calling me out, but in the best possible way.
Well,
That is
yeah,
literally-
there was no slander in there.
no, it's
Oh,
accurate.
yeah. Hey, if I was gonna be nasty, it'd be like Theranos or some other half-wit, but
Nah.
no. We're not gonna
Nah.
go there.
I appreciate that.
All right. The other individual on this show is the co-host on yours. Please help us welcome back the always formidable Jeannine Brice. Jeannine, how are you?
Hello. No symmetry, just a big poster of my own face. So yeah,
Wow.
that's what we're working with. But yes, so happy to be here again. And I lost pretty not badly last time. So I'm hopeful that my chances will be better this time around. But overall, just happy, as Morgan said, to celebrate classic films because that's what we love to do on our show.
You may have lost the last time, but as we've told you in the past, you also broke us as a show once, so you will always have that in
I
your
will
back
always
pocket.
have that. Yes, I
Yeah.
will always hold on to that.
Yeah, we changed things because of you, and
Yeah.
not in a fun way for us. That was an ass kick.
Apologies.
No. It was good. It was good. It taught us a valuable lesson.
Oh, do you know what Erik has just put in the private chat? And I think he's right that the reason we started reaching out to patrons to give clues was because of that episode. Because
Could be the case. Could
we
be the
wanted
case.
to broaden.
Well,
She
I
had
will
us
wear that
figured out.
proudly as a badge of honor.
And for a little behind the scenes, Erik gave more than the 15 songs and scores that you'll hear today. He gave alternates to the tune of about 21 movies.
Oh my
And
Okay.
and so I was going through and like selecting which ones to use based on difficulty, based on how easy it was for me to play or whatever. And I kept thinking of that rom-com show whenever I thought, oh, that might be a bit tough. I was like, no, fuck it. She's scarred me.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
A whole episode of practice that I didn't have to sing anything.
Oh, I kind of love that.
Yeah, no. I don't know if we told this the last time, Morgan, you were on, and I apologize if we did. But we gave
I
a clue
do
on
remember
one.
this.
We gave a clue on one, which is called Seal of Approval. I still remember this. And her and the other gentleman, Josh, both laughed and then had this pensive look on their face. And Andy and I both went, "What?" And they're like, in unison, they both went, "We already know it." He's like, "You motherfuckers."
Yeah.
They're like, "We didn't want to say anything. We wanted you to play the music and be like, we don't want your fucking pity. What is the movie?" And they both knew the movie.
We did
You're like,
give you
"God
a pity play.
yeah." They're like, "No, we wanted you because you practiced so hard." All right, I don't need your participation award in this. Yeah, they kicked our ass. It was
I love that.
Was it 51st Dates? That was
yeah,
it, wasn't it?
50 First Dates,
Yeah.
Seal of Approval, and yeah, that's. I mean, they crushed us. It was absolutely.
It does hurt still, yeah. I almost quit piano that day for sure.
Well, I'm glad you did it.
Well, let's hope we're in for some 50s, 60s old rom-coms then.
We'll see.
Maybe I'll fare better this time with that.
we shall see. All right, are the two of you ready to play today's game?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay, here is your bell for round number 1. All right, Jeannine, you will have opening choice in this first round of 1 through 5. Once you make your selection, I will give a clue, and Andy will begin playing. When either of you think you know the movie that it's from, buzz in with your name. I will call on you. You're guessing the movie itself. It's worth 10 points. And there's a bonus question worth 5 points, but I'll give you the rules of that when we come to it.
Okay.
So, Jeannine, 1 through 5, where would you like to begin today's show?
Let's go with 3.
All right, number 3, it is. Your clue is Cannonball Whiskey Run. Cannonball Whiskey Run. And just as a heads up, Jeannine knows this very well. If you want to guess before the music comes on because you think you know it, you're more than welcome to.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Morgan.
Morgan.
Easy Rider.
That is correct for 10 points. Nice job. All right. Bonus question time. You have a choice. You can choose to go it alone, but if you get the question wrong, then you lose 5 points. Or you can open it up to you and Jeannine. No one will lose any points. But if she gets it right, she can cut into your 10-0 lead. And some of these are easy and some of these are hard. So my question is, do you want to be a dick or not?
Nah, let's open it up.
All right. It's open to you both. So buzz in with your name if you think you have it. And let me finish the whole question first on this one before you buzz in. Here is your bonus question. According to IMDb, what was the budget for Easy Rider? I'll give you a hint. It's under $1 million. And the first person that guesses, it's worth 10 points. We'll give it to you if you're within $100,000. If they get it wrong, the second person that guesses, it's worth 5 points. We'll give it to you if you're within $50,000, but we'll tell you if the other person was high or low.
Jeannine.
Jeannine.
80,000?
That is incorrect. Incorrect. And she was low. She was low. So now, Morgan, you got to be within 50,000. That's worth 5 points.
200,000.
Also incorrect. 360,000 was the budget.
Okay.
Now, there are other cited sources of 400, and I saw one on Turner Classic Movies for 555,000. But IMDb listed it at 360, so that is the number we chose to go with arbitrarily. But that's why I said according to IMDb.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
All right. No points awarded there. But Morgan, you got the music question right, which means you have choice now. So would you like 1, 2, 4, or 5?
Let's go 5, please.
All right. 5 it is. Your clue is, excuse me, from one no man's land to another. From one no man's land to another.
Ein ganzen Jahr Nacht viel mehr, die Liebe nahm kein Ende mehr. Und da du Husa dein Boot kriegt, das Engler biet heimsterben sie. Viele beglückt sein Hablut und Galami.
I'm just making shit up now. Sorry for the
Sounded good to me.
I literally started just nonsense.
Oh God. I am admittedly struggling.
Yes, what language even is that?
I can give you a second clue.
I won't tell you what language I think it is.
Yeah.
It started one language and then turned to.
Well, the gibberish was still in the vein of the. So you were,
It felt right. It felt right. Yeah.
The problem is some of the letters in this alphabet aren't letters. It's genuinely like they have different
hieroglyphs.
From one no man's land to
another.
All right, I'll give you a second clue. Your second clue is Colonel Kirk.
Oh, Morgan.
Morgan.
Paths of Glory.
That is correct for 10 points.
Yes. Kirk, we like Kirk Douglas. We do. It's very nice.
All right, Morgan, bonus question. Do you want to be a dick or not?
No, open it up.
All right, it's open to you both. Here's your bonus question. In what year was Paths of Glory released? Hint, it's the same as the Seventh Seal.
Morgan.
1957. That is correct for 5 points.
This feels familiar.
It's still early on. It's still early on.
It's still look. I can't help that a release date question came.
Yes, he's
You know
very
what
good at
I'm
those.
like.
Well, it's one of the tropes of types of questions we use
Yeah,
in the first
Of
round.
course, of course.
Plus the hint is there, and you're like, oh yeah, that might zero you in.
Yes.
Yeah, I would suck at those as well. But I know for a lot of people that's an easy one. So all right, so it's 25-0, and Morgan, you have choice still. Do you want 1, 2, or 4?
Let's go 4.
All right, number 4 it is. Your clue is not in the army now. Not in the army now.
Wise men say
Is it not
only fools rush in,
Which movie?
but
Which literal movie is it?
I know.
find how
We haven't
Oh.
covered many of his films on the channel, have we?
I don't think we've done
We've covered
any,
any,
actually.
yeah.
Blue Hawaii?
Are you buzzing in officially?
I am buzzing in officially.
That is correct for 10 points.
Oh, that is a storming guess,
done.
by the way.
I'm done.
That is a storming guess.
All right, it's 35-0. Morgan, bonus question. Do you want to be a dick or not?
Open it up.
All right. Here's your bonus question. Just buzz in with your name, either of you, if you think you know it. Elvis shot 3 films in our 50th state. Name 2.
Yeah. I can give you the one.
I mean, look, you can't, neither of you can lose any points if you just want to throw out a guess. It's not going to hurt you.
Blue Hawaii and Hawaii, which is a movie that Jeannine has very recently enlightened me on, that does not star Elvis, but is a movie from the 50s.
Sadly, that is not the case for this question. No, incorrect. Jeannine, you want to posit a guess?
Yeah, I guess Blue Hawaii and Beach Party.
It sounds right. It sounds right.
I say it's not far off. If it wasn't Elvis, it was a former Mouseketeer.
Yeah.
No, incorrect. It is Girls, Girls, Girls and Paradise Hawaiian Style.
Oh,
Okay.
Which, gotta love the subtlety of Paradise Hawaiian Style.
Oh, yeah.
Differentiate. Oh, okay. So what kind of singing busboy are you in this? Oh, perfect.
Right.
All right. No points awarded there, but Morgan, you still have choice. Would you like 1 or 2?
Number 1, please.
All right. Number 1, it is. Your clue for number 1 is anything you can do, she can do better. Anything you can do, she can do better.
There's no business like show business, like no business I know. Everything that matters is appealing, everything the traffic will allow.
Oh,
Nowhere could you
God.
get a happy feeling when you are stealing that extra bow. There's no people like show people, they smile when they're alone.
I give you a second clue. Your second clue is the Shootists. The Shootists.
Shootists.
And anything you can do, she can do better.
See, the annoying thing is here, I know who sings that, and I don't know the movie. It's also very, very well played, Andy.
Yeah.
By the way, I like that.
Yes.
Applause. I genuinely cannot give you the name of the movie.
No, like I can't either.
I know the song.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you a third clue. Your third clue is Buffalo Bill before lotion.
No.
You have the shootist, anything you can do, she can do better. And Buffalo
Morgan. Calamity Jane.
Incorrect.
No.
Jeannine, do you have a guess?
No. I know the song, but
That's all right. It is from Annie, Get Your Gun.
The other
Annie
Western
gets-
musical.
yes.
All right, no points awarded there. So bonus question is open to you both. And buzz in with your name if you think you have it. Here it is. What cinema icon was originally cast as Annie Oakley?
No. I have no
Janine?
idea.
Jeannine.
Just guess. Judy Garland?
That is correct for 5 points.
Oh,
Nice job.
I genuinely no idea. That's a
Well, that's why you choose the wording of cinema icon, just like hopefully
Yeah.
that narrows it into.
yeah.
All right. So we have one left in this opening round. And your clue is laugh and the world laughs with you. Laugh and the world laughs with you.
Good morning. Good morning.
Morgan.
Morgan,
Singing in the Rain.
that is correct for 10 points.
I should have tried watching at least some musicals before this, I think.
All right. We have final bonus question. Do you want to be a dick or not?
Open it up.
All right. Along with Gene Kelly, who co-directed Singing in the Rain? Hint, he also helmed Funny Face.
Morgan. Stanley Donen.
That is correct for 5 points. All right.
I'm only slightly feeling happy with myself after round one, admittedly. Just a little
Listen,
bit.
we've had games where the other individual then swept round two.
I can
taking the
imagine.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just takes a turn, and then suddenly the game seems tilted in their favor. It goes, and there have been games where the browbeating continued, and
Yep.
we all felt like shit. So hopefully that doesn't continue. We don't want that to happen. We enjoy Jannine's company. We'd like her to come back. And
Yes, please don't shame me away.
no, that's not the intent here. The nice thing is we always have Erik to blame for this. You hear that, Grebner?
Yes, a
Not
good
true.
point. It isn't
Not
my
true.
fault.
Yeah, it's not mine. Even though I couldn't have made a better show myself if I tried. But anyway. All right, that ends round number one. The score is 50-5 right now. And here is your bell for round number two. All right, Jeannine, you will have opening choice in the second round. And this is our 5-second round. So once you make your selection of 1 through 5, I will give a clue. And then Andy will play a 5-second snippet of the song. If either of you can guess in that opening 5 seconds, it's worth 10 points. If we have to go to a second 5 seconds of music, it drops the point value down to 5 points.
Okay.
So Jeannine, 1 through 5, where would you like to begin round number 2?
Let's go with number 1.
All right. Number one, it is. Your clue for number one is Shark Tank. Shark Tank. Which Morgan looks like he'll be presenting on later this afternoon. I can't wait to see what the pitch is. What do you got? This new packaging for Criterion? What is it? It's not steel case anymore. It is fucking platinum.
Wood engraving.
Nice.
Okay, even better. There you go. Fits into it. That's why you're on that job.
Exactly.
All right. Your clue once again was Shark Tank.
Oh my god. I know what that is. What is it?
You can also hear that as many times as you like.
I actually don't know what that is. Do it again.
I know that. I know it. What is it?
I feel the pressure because you know it.
Oh, Jeannine.
Jeannine,
West Side Story.
that is correct for 10 points.
Oh, it is as well, for God's sake.
Nice.
That's
All
bad
right.
of me, isn't it? That.
Why is that especially bad for you?
No, I don't know. I just no, it isn't really. Not
Because
Okay,
I
all right.
I got a point, so I got some points. I was like,
That's son of a bitch. Oh,
you know, you're secretly trying to just sweep this thing.
yeah, Jeannine, you're doing this for America at this point because it's Morgan and Andy versus us. I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
No, it was. I've actually.
Secret
been,
tag
there's
team happening.
collusion going on. There's national collusion going on.
Yeah,
UK collusion.
bunch of bullshit. All right, Jeannine, you got that right, which means you have choice still 2, 3, 4, or 5.
5.
All right, 5 it is. Your clue is North and South by Southwest. North and South by Southwest. Love the clue, Eric. I love that one a lot.
Oh, Morgan.
Morgan,
Good, bad, and ugly.
that is correct for 10 points. Nice job.
The last little.
Yeah, that's why
That one. I don't even know the instrument. That one.
It's an oboe.
Oboe.
I'm using an oboe. I don't know if that Eric will probably know better than me as to what actual instrument it is, but that's what I'm using.
sounds right.
Yeah,
It does sound right.
All right, it is 60 to 15, and Morgan, you have choice 2, 3, or 4.
Number 3, please.
Number 3, it is. Your clue is it's a trap. It's a trap.
Okay. Right, here we go.
Climb every
Jeannine.
mountain.
Jeannine,
The Sound of Music.
that is correct for 10 points.
I hate Climb Every Mountain. It's the worst song in the
It's
whole
the worst
movie.
song from
It's
this movie.
awful.
It's my favorite musical, and it's but definitely my least.
Yeah, but at the same time, every other song is so well known that
notable,
one's
yes.
at least.
Yeah, you are right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the other ones we do on
So
shows, we're like,
obvious.
all right, we'll throw them like an easier one. We'll put that in. Climb Every Mountain is not a good song.
Climb Every Mountain. Oh, God, it's awful. Oh, dear.
All right, it's 60 to 25, and Jeannine, you have choice 2 or 4.
2.
All right, 2 it is. Your clue for number 2 is Band on the Run. Band on the Run.
Running wild, lost control. Running wild. Bloody Bowl.
Ooh. I've heard that. I know that. What is it?
I do know that. I do know that. I definitely know that.
You want to hear it
Oh,
again?
Morgan.
Morgan.
Yeah. Is it Some Like It Hot?
That's correct for 10 points.
Very nice.
Nice job. All right. We have one left in the second round, which is number 4. Your clue is, oh, what a day. What a lovely day. Oh, what a day. What a lovely day.
When I was just a little girl.
Jeannine.
The Man Who Knew Too Much.
That is correct for 10 points. You guys were on it in the second round.
Very good.
All right, to close out the second round, it is 70-35. And here is your bell for round number 3. That didn't seem like it worked for anybody else, right?
That worked.
Oh, did it? On
worked.
mine, it just came up at the very end. It was like, bing. And it was like, oh, okay. No animation this time. All right. You do whatever the fuck you want. All right. Morgan, since you're in first place, you'll have opening choice in our bidding round. So once you make your selection of 1 through 5, I'll give a clue, and then you will open the bidding with the number of notes you think you can guess this movie in. Once we have your opening bid, then we'll go over to Jeannine, and she can bid 1 note fewer, down to 0, or tell you to settle the score. But we bid back and forth until one person tells the other to settle the score, and at that point, that person is answering alone. The point values are at 10 notes and above, it's worth 10 points. 6 to 9 notes, it's worth 15. 3 to 5 notes, it's worth 20. 1 to 2 notes, it's worth 25. And 0 notes, it's worth 30. Now, if your opponent gets the question wrong, you automatically get the points. You each have a lifeline you can use one time that you can use for an extra clue or to double the notes available to you. So if you guys settle on 5 notes, then you can use your lifeline to double that to 10 notes if you're more of a music person than a clue person. And then, and you only have one of those, so you got to make a choice when you choose to use it. And then finally, you also have 1 double down that if your opponent gets the question wrong and you think you know the answer, you can double down on it. If you guess correctly, you'll double the points available. But if you get it wrong, you get nothing. And if either of you need me to re-explain any of that, please just let me know.
Okay.
So, 1 through 5, Morgan, where would you like to begin?
It's always number 3.
It is always number 3. All right, your clue is he really carries the film. He really carries the film.
I mean, do we start the bidding high and just work our way down? Do we go just a nice? What about 16 notes?
All right, 16.
14 notes.
12 notes.
10.
7 notes.
All right, now it's worth 15 points.
Six.
This is horrible. I don't
Six.
like this.
6.
Six.
Still worth 15.
Go for it.
All right.
Settle the score.
On 6 notes. And Jeannine, if you want, you have your lifeline. that you can use to get an extra clue or double the notes. You can also listen to it first and then make your decision on if you want to use that or not.
Yeah,
And then
listen
Morgan, if you want to
first.
use your double down and lifeline at the same time, you can do that.
Okay.
So your clue once again, Jeannine, was he really carries the film.
Okay.
It's worth 15 points. Right now, you're behind by 35.
Can I hear it again?
Sure.
I think I'm like stuck between two films, and the other one that I think it is, I can't remember the name. Oh my God, what is it called? Can I hear it one more time?
Mm-hmm.
To Catch a Thief?
That is incorrect. So, Morgan, you can take the 15 points or you can double down on it. What would you like to do? If you double down and get it wrong, you get nothing. So you can't just get free 15 points if you want.
Am I a risk taker?
I mean, there's not much risk.
Am I a risk taker? I think I'll be boring and take 15 points.
All right, take 15 points.
Actually,
Do either of you have another guess?
I have another guess, but I can't remember the name of the movie. I'm totally blanking on it.
I mean, I know. The clue suggests. Can we be a bit open about this at this point? I think, like, the clue suggests the man behind me.
Okay.
But though I couldn't get out of my head, those guitar bits just sounded so much like early Bond.
It does have a, British
Yeah.
spy 60s kind of feel to
Yeah.
it. 100%.
I mean, is it North by Northwest? Is it
Like, I was thinking the one with Audrey Hepburn, but I couldn't remember the name of it.
Charade? Is it
Charade. I couldn't
Charade?
remember that was what my other thought was.
Unfortunately, it was Charade.
Yeah.
It was Charade. Okay.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was
It's been a long
Charade.
time since I've seen Charade.
Yeah.
Sure, we've done a show on that.
We did, in fact. Which is why I thought it was that, but I couldn't remember that was the name of it.
This is the unfortunate part where having your catalog that you have what you've watched for the public can bite you in the ass and be like, oh, fuck that. We did.
We did.
It was a
We
while
covered
ago.
that. We had an extensive conversation on
100%.
that film.
Yeah, it's happened to me on a couple occasions. Like, oh yeah, I technically watched that. Yes. All right, so Morgan, you got the points on that. Makes it 85-35. Jeannine, you are not out of this by any stretch of the imagination. You saved your lifeline, and you both have those, plus your double down. But Morgan, you have choice 1, 2, 4, or 5.
Number 5, please.
All right, number 5 it is. Your clue is Mission Possible. Mission Possible.
Yeah,
so Morgan, you open the bidding once again.
Yep. I think we go straight back with a nice 15 for the opening.
10.
8.
7.
Do it. Settle the score.
On 7. All right, it's worth 15 points. Jeannine, you have your lifeline if you'd like to use it.
Okay.
Your clue once again is Mission Possible.
Oh.
Can I hear it again, please?
Sure.
I'll take a clue.
All right, so Andy will read through the
Oh,
list.
wait.
Okay,
Oh.
hasn't officially happened.
No. Just let me hear it one more time.
Okay, sure. That's fine.
I think you know that. I think
don't.
you know that.
It sounds incredibly familiar.
Remember, the other lifeline is to double your notes, Jeannine.
Yes. Okay, maybe
So
I will do
there's-
that. I will use my lifeline and double the notes.
Are you sure? Because we're
Yeah,
gonna go.
I don't want to send you.
Final
down.
answer.
Yeah.
Final
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah.
Yes, sure.
All right, he's got to work it out. Yeah, this is the first. This is the first time someone's gone with the doubling of the notes. We just
Okay.
instituted this rule on the
Ah,
previously recorded show, although this one will be coming out after 2 other ones we'll be releasing in between.
okay.
Yeah, release schedule's gotten all kind of screwed up with the holidays and me being sick. So you guys are coming out in a couple weeks, by the way. But yeah, this will be interesting because these are quick notes. So let's see if 6
Yes.
more really help.
Okay, I think I have it. Okay.
Can I hear it again, please?
Yeah.
I know, like I've heard that. Like, what is
I've definitely heard that.
it? Great, thank you for sharing.
Not playing. I'm not just playing games here, by the way. I'm just saying it.
Can I hear it again, please?
Yeah, of course, Ben.
Now, Jeannine, if you want, as Americans, we could basically just use Manifest Destiny and steal his lifeline clue and be like, it was ours all along anyway.
I mean,
and
that
you can
sounds
have
pretty
extra
good.
clue. I think that seems fair. To be perfectly
Yeah,
honest.
definitely.
It's just fucking. I salute another patriot is what I do.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Or 28 notes if you like.
So okay. I don't feel confident about this at all, but I am out of options. So I'm going to say Psycho.
Incorrect.
Mm.
But I like the music does feel like it
Yes.
could very easily fit into that movie.
Yeah.
It does. It's intense enough.
It's very intense and pacey, and
Yeah.
like, is it a different part of the score that he didn't want to be too obvious about? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
All right, Morgan, do you want to double down on this? Or you just want to take the 15 points?
Well, I did say I had heard it, and
True.
it definitely is an earworm, but it doesn't mean that I know where the hell it's from. So I will take the 15 points, please.
All right. Well, the coincidental thing is you just said it actually not 2 minutes ago, which is North by Northwest.
Oh, is it? Is it actually?
Yes, it is.
So very Hitchcockian.
Oh God!
It does have, yeah. As soon as you said Psycho, I was like, man, yeah,
Like,
actually,
Neighbors.
that seems.
You're a year out. Dean.
Yes.
You're only a year out.
All right, so you got the points for that, Morgan, which means you have choice again, and your choice is 1, 2, 3, or 4. Is that right? How was that?
1, 2, and 4.
1, 2, and 4. That's right. I'm an idiot.
Let's do
My
number
brain's still
2.
mush, guys. My brain's still mush. Which one did you want?
Yeah, number 2, please.
Number 2. All right. Your clue is written in sand. Written in sand.
Sand. Written in sand. Sandy movies, desert movies. Oh, interesting. 15 notes. We'll start with
12.
11 notes.
10.
8 notes.
Do it.
Do it. Yes, you throw it straight back.
I know what you're gonna do now.
Yeah.
Any lower than that, you're gonna play the same game. So
All right. It's worth 15 points. Morgan, you still have your lifeline if you want to use it. And Jeannine, you have your double down if you'd like to use yours.
Well,
Yeah,
my strategy from before's out the window.
you only did it 2 times in a row, so you know.
Yeah, it worked twice. So it's a solid
Twice,
strategy.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
8 notes, yeah?
Yes.
8 notes.
Okay. Okay.
That's Lawrence of Arabia.
That is correct for 15 points. All right. Makes it 115 to 35. And Morgan, you still have choice. Number 1 or number 4.
And number 1.
All right. Number 1 it is. Your clue for number 1 is Father knows best. Father knows best.
Okay. 15 again. I think it's a good number to start with.
10.
8.
7.
Father knows best. Father knows best. Settle it. Settle the score. Do it.
I thought you might have guilted him into going below 7. Be like, you know what? I'll fucking do this.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Nope.
No.
He's gonna hold to his strategy. All right.
Saving
7
being
notes.
a dick for the last round, I see.
All right. Your clue once again is Father knows best.
How many notes is it? Sorry, I missed
7
that.
notes. So he's trying to determine the 7 notes now.
Okay. Okay. 1 second. Sorry.
Hold on. You're not on. Hey.
That's okay.
Not
It's still the same 7, I guess. But yeah. Sorry. I was supposed to be on mute, but it's still the same 7.
I'll just.
Okay, no problem. It's just about getting the split. There it is there. Okay.
Can I hear it again?
Mhm.
Father knows best.
Father knows best.
Hear it again?
Mhm. "50 First Dates."
I know. I'll always have that.
We'll always have Paris.
I have no clue. More points for Morgan. Father of the Bride.
Incorrect. Incorrect. Morgan, do you want the 15 or would you like to double down on it?
I have no idea what that is either. Admittedly, I don't. It sounds very nice. I feel like I should know again, though. I don't know.
I think
No,
you,
I'll take the points.
I think you do once you know the title of it and you're like, oh yeah. To
Yeah,
Kill a Mockingbird.
that's always what I'm like.
Mm, yes.
Exactly.
Of course it is.
Yeah, okay.
Of course it is. Good clue
just
as well for that movie.
Yes.
All right, so we have one left in the game.
Okay, let's have fun with this one.
Let's see. Yeah, this is just for fun. All right, so Morgan, you'll open the bidding on this. Your clue is all's well that ends wells. All's well that ends wells.
I will open the bidding with 5 notes.
Do it.
Oh. No hesitation. She pulls the trigger straight
Well, I
away.
mean, I think he's doing it because he probably knows it. So
We'll find out.
There's no guarantee.
We will find out momentarily. But all right, Morgan, you do have your lifeline if you'd like another clue or to double the notes. But you can hear it first. Jeannine, you do have your double down if he gets it wrong. Your clue once again is all's well that ends wells.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Mhm.
By absolutely horrific process of elimination, going off the word wells, going off the fact that this is a 50s and 60s show.
You have a lifeline as well, by the way, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I do.
Although I don't like this UK collusion going on here.
I know, man.
It's fucking,
It did feel a bit.
he's up by 95 points, and you're like, let's rub this in a little more.
Can still
Shall
get
we?
more help if you need
I
it.
see you going down a path. Are you sure you want to go down that path? All right.
I actually don't think it should be considered a lifeline at this point. I think he's doing fine. Yeah. Doesn't need a.
Now go. You were saying, Morgan.
Touch of evil.
Fuck.
That was correct for 20 points. Nice job. All right. Well, that ends the game.
Didn't
The
watch
score
it
is
that long
irrelevant.
ago, did we?
Yes, we just covered that.
All right. Well, with that, Morgan, you are today's winner.
I will celebrate. I will.
Go right ahead. Well earned. normally we open it up to the winner to plug, promote, say whatever you like. But considering you both are from the same incredible show, you both can basically tell our listeners what to look forward to on your channel and what's in the back catalog, what you got coming up. Go ahead, take it away.
Yeah, Jeannine, do you want to go? I will hand it
Yes.
over.
We have the It's a Wonderful podcast feed where we have a few shows there. We have our Wednesday show, Morgan Hasn't Seen, where I get to know more than Morgan. And I
Yes.
force Morgan to watch films he hasn't seen. So we've been doing some fun series over there. And we have a ton of great stuff coming in the new year with that show. We're actually celebrating our 300th episode of Morgan Hasn't Seen. So we are doing a huge bracket where Morgan has chosen what his favorite from every series we've ever done on the show, and he's going to pick his ultimate favorite Morgan Hasn't Seen movie that he's seen for the first time. So that's going to be a fun big show. And then every Friday, of course, we have the Classic Films podcast. It's a Wonderful podcast where we give love to classic films and learn some things ourselves about old movies. So
Now,
Yeah,
are there specific genres of films that you like to inflict on Morgan? Like, God, I know he hates sci-fi, so hey, check out blah.
There's particular actors I know he's not a fan of, and so
That's more
I've
what it
thrown them in
is.
there. Yeah, he's not a huge fan of the Tom Cruises and the Will Ferrells, so we've thrown those guys into the mix to give him a fresh perspective on them. So that's been fun.
I guess, Andy's not a fan either. Maybe Will Ferrell's an American taste only.
Yeah, I really enjoyed making him watch Step Brothers, so
Great movie.
I get my digs in where I can.
Yeah,
that was long enough ago now that I've kind of I've
blocked it from some mind.
Yeah,
I've let it go at this point. It's fine. You can get me back in many other ways, I'm sure. And some of the series that we do have planned, that you have planned for Morgan Hasn't Seen for 2025, are certainly, I think, going to get me back for today's show.
Most definitely.
Well.
I'm revising the list as we speak,
which is definitely exciting. But yeah, I mean, the bread and butter of what we do, the main thing we do is our main show, discovering new old movies to us, giving them some love, having it be an outlet for anybody and everybody to come and just have a really fun, casual, no fancy frills and stuffy
pretension.
No pretension, no stuffy critic feeling to it. I know I may give off that energy with my background and aesthetic, but if you listen to It's a Wonderful podcast, you will know that is very much not the case. We pride ourselves on being silly in our love of old movies as well, and love doing the series every month over there, as well as all the other stuff we do. Any major podcast platform, we're on YouTube as well. It's a Wonderful podcast. Just find us there.
Awesome.
And we should put together a show of this of Morgan hasn't seen for Settle the Score, but it's legitimately all movies he hasn't seen, and you could just dunk on him the whole fucking show.
Yes, I need that. I need that.
Not a problem. We will make that happen. Oh, you haven't seen that? Well, that's the 14th one on this list.
Don't worry.
300 to nil.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we should bring back in Erik to tell him thank you so much for putting the show together. So, Mr. Grebner, thank you once again, sir.
Yes, great clues. We appreciate you.
You're on mute. There you go.
I feel incredibly bad right now. So.
Not as bad as I feel.
Oh, you won, dude.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
I know, but you know.
Well, yeah, I guess that is my natural British tendency, as Andy can attest to, I'm sure. Of just you do something good, but you kind of feel bad about it if you're the winner.
Well, I am from Central Illinois, which is the Great Britain of the Americas, so I guess that works out. I also hate.
So that explains all the collusion.
Yeah, exactly.
There's been too much collusion going on.
When did you turn against America, you son of a bitch?
November.
Well,
There.
yeah, you're not wrong. Well, thank you, man. You put together a great show.
Yes.
And Andy, you want to say anything before we get out of here?
Yeah, thanks to Erik for a great show with, and we're going to store all of the alternates with all the clues for future shows, I'm sure. And then you basically had designed another show that was, I don't think the people that could take on that show have been born yet. I think we're going to have to wait for some sort
Yeah,
of like future messiah of movies, because that was tough. Or we'll give it to Houston to play because he needs a bit of a beating, right? So yeah, thank you for all your effort, and Jeannine and Morgan, you guys are so much fun. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
Jeannine, your
Thank you.
hair to clothing it's just unbelievable. And I know that people in
Well,
the
I gotta
comments,
win at something when I
Yeah.
come on this show.
but
so.
people in the
You
comments,
do look
I
far
had a feeling
better
I
than
was gonna
am.
get
Yeah.
slaughtered, so I at least wanted to look nice.
yeah. So people in the comments are gonna point out that it looks awesome that you've got your hair matching your outfit. I do that every week as well. Black on black.
Yeah, it's
No one
course,
says
of
a thing,
course.
so that's very annoying. So where's the love?
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no, you guys are great, and your show is awesome, and yeah, can't wait. I genuinely think we could do a Morgan Hasn't Seen episode with you guys, but just from because you've got a hell of a catalog now of things that he's presumably just seen the once.
So if Morgan can recall the
Pretty
things
much.
he's seen,
Yeah,
I
so
think
like
that
a
would be
one-time.
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
I mean,
So,
there has been plenty of movies, as we spoke about. We're doing this big 3. Or by the
300th
time this
episode.
comes out, we probably already
I
have
have done it. Yeah.
done our big 300th special. There's a hell of a lot of movies that I have come to absolutely love because of Jeannine and because of that show.
Yeah.
That I have gone on to watch multiple times and add to this ridiculous collection behind me.
Oh,
But there are plenty that I have only seen once, and some of which I barely remember.
nice. Okay.
We
Good
will
balance.
be plumbing those depths, my friend. Buckle
Please
up.
do. Please
This
do.
show is not going to be fun for you.
I deserve it. I deserve that.
Yeah, and I look at it. I just now noticed everybody on this stream is dressed really nice, and I look like an assistant gym coach. I'm fucking coming off my deathbed, but I got a disgusting hoodie with one of my shittiest t-shirts and a cap that
You get a
a
pass.
child
You
wears.
get a
I
pass.
think
You're
you-
ailing.
You get a clap for you.
Yes.
How long
Yeah,
is this?
I don't need your
One-
pity applause. I look
No,
as
one-
pathetic as I feel.
1 hour, 8 minutes, and you are still alive, my
Okay.
friend. That
Yes.
is
You
well done.
survived.
Well done.
Everybody looks
You're-
so good on this show. It's even Andy fucking dressed up like he knew the two of you would bring class to the show. He could have sent me a text and be like, "Hey, company's coming over." Oh, okay, I got to put on better clothes. No, makes me look like the asshole that I am. Well, it was an absolute delight to have both of you on the show today. So thank you so much for taking the time to join
Thank
us.
you.
Thank you.
And we wish you all the luck with It's a Wonderful Podcast. And we will be waiting eagerly to see the outcome of the 300 bracket of Morgan Hasn't Seen. So who knows what's going to come out on top. Fingers crossed, stepbrothers. Fingers crossed. I have a feeling it's not going to be the case. Mr. Grebner, thank you so much for putting together an amazing show.
Thank you.
You did an incredible job.
Thank you for the opportunity. I really appreciate it. It was a lot of fun trying to get this together.
Nobody's ever done it quicker. If I can, in 21, 22 options within no time flat. We're like, hey, we need a couple alts. Here are your alts plus clues. And under 10 minutes, you're like, Jesus Christ, this guy's a machine.
Yeah. And honestly, Erik, like, although there's a little bit of like, hey, we can take an episode off curating a show, like you get to do it. But if it was any joy to you at all, that's just what you're owed for all the support since we started episode 1. All the clues, you've been basically, you and a handful of others I could count on my hand are properly the flagship of our community. And you fully deserve to go at putting your own show together, and you smashed it. So thank you.
And thank you again, like I said, for the opportunity. And the Beatles are one of the greatest bands that ever made.
That's true.
Yeah.
Help
Not
was
Guns N'
one of
Roses.
the selections, and we didn't know if that would qualify. I didn't know if that would qualify or not. I was the one.
I didn't think about that. That would have copyright strike you, wouldn't it?
Oh no, we get copyright
No.
striked. Whether or not it would count as a classic movie was my contention. It is a
Oh,
criterion, but that's also because Beatles fans buy all Beatles things in every format, and Criterion is like, we like to make money too.
Yeah, I was fine with it if
He
that
was, and
whole
I
thing-
told Andy he had the decision.
but
but I
it,
think-
it didn't get in not for that reason in the end. It was more
He hates
the
the
balance of the
Beatles.
show. Yeah, I do. Yeah, yes, yeah. There's a for Morgan and Jeannine and anybody else listening.
What is up with the Discord where
The Discord
everybody
is-
hates
yeah.
the Beatles?
Oh, I was messing
Everybody
around.
except me.
Yeah, there's a big Beatles hate going on in the Discord. That
Oh my god!
yeah.
I thought it would be a function of age, but then Ken Whitehurst, who's the closest to my age, hates him the worst, and it's just like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, the pie chart is like this hating the Beatles and this get well soon Matt kind of is like this at the moment. So,
Balance of the Discord at the moment.
the balance.
Well,
yeah.
my
Beatles is
little-
going to win out that discourse. You know what I mean? Because that's more fun to talk about.
I've got my little wedge of hates Guns N' Roses down here too. So being
Yeah.
with the Woody. So
Yeah.
I mean, you're justified in that hate. I still like them, but they're not
Mm.
likable people, especially Axl.
Oh yeah.
Seems like a real prick. It does. Just everybody in his life hates him. God, gee, what's the common denominator here, buddy?
His face
That's
hates
you.
him.
Who hates him?
His
His
face.
face.
Yeah, well,
face.
yeah, and he's tried changing that, and that the new face is revolted as well. I don't want to be here. Well, tough shit, buddy. We're gonna staple that on even fucking tighter.
I thought Mickey Rourke was bad with Botox.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
I think filler has been more his problem.
Yes.
But anyway, we'll save this for our other Botox,
Merry
our
Christmas,
other show
everyone.
about Botox. All right, we'll have everybody's social media handles in the description below, so please go check them out and go send some love to It's a Wonderful Podcast. These two are fantastic, and we enjoyed having them on the show today. And that is it for this week's show. You can follow Andy at STS_AndyM and me at Matt Knost. We'll see you guys next week with a brand new episode. Until then, adios.